Hello everyone, this is Commander Trium. Another episode in Elite Dangerous, and tonight, more coming out of the Formidine Rift conspiracy. Some bases have been found. A megaship was located in the Deneb Al-Gedi system, I think is the name of it. Let's just double check that, shall we? Sorry, I'm just picking up some material right now, trying to locate the star system that we're going to target and see how far away it is. But I'm doing it on a really terribly slow system. And I think, yeah, we're going to shut that browser down. That will save us a bit of memory. Deneb Al-Gedi. So I'm looking at the Eagle Eye material that's aggregated on Canon Research, and it predicts where the Thargoids are going to appear next. So I'm watching. I've been able to do it with some degree of accuracy, maybe not absolute, but. I think they're batting better than 80 on their analysis of the sonics from, oh dear God, what has happened here? I have no idea. Oh, something is broken.
Collisions will result in costly fines.
I haven't moved. I got put here.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Not too bad, I guess.
I don't know if you can get a live view of my broadcast right now. It is delayed, but if you do, you will see that I am sitting in the starport at Kenai Enterprise in the Bilodeau penis system, or whatever the hell the name of it is. And I think I've appeared inside of someone else's ship. Like my freighter has appeared inside of their Anaconda or something. And it's really quite strange. Blado Piru 1, yeah. Oh, good heavens, we have missions we have to finish. We report in the Naraviri system.
Yeah, I'm watching your stream now.
Yeah, so I mean, I got a white, like there's walls around here. This looks like another ship design.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go outside the ship and have a look here. Well, there's clearly two ships here. That much is obvious from this video. So I guess they didn't instance it properly or something, and now I'm inside of a, it looks like an Orca class.
Yep, you're inside of an Orca. That's kind of funny.
That is exactly what's going on here. I'm inside of an Orca. So now you have a freighter that's also an Orca.
Now watch, those two ships are fused together.
They're fused together. Are you still there? Hello. Hello. Okay, I'm not hearing anything back, so we'll have to log off and back in again. Assuming that's allowed. It is not, we will cancel. do another video that was of my award from the community goal of last week, which was ended successfully and should now allow me to claim 7 million credits. Plus, stand by while we set all of this up again. And this time we are not in the midst of an orca. We have our own landing bay.
Here too.
Okay, so it looks like we're no longer merged into the orca vessel. And I'm just facing some errors, hang on, in my video, hang on. Okay, errors have been removed. And we are at Kainai Enterprise again.
Did you get that email I sent you yesterday?
No, why? What was it about?
I sent you a link that for the cables for your...
Oh, thank you.
Your Oculus.
Yes.
Forgot to tell you about that last night.
It's still acting up, but I still don't have the money, and I still did not get hired today, so I'm hoping for perhaps tomorrow we'll hear something.
I
don't know.
find that link, so I emailed it to you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to mention is I was looking at the more of this Formidine Rift conspiracy business. Turns out that the Eagle Eye mechanism that Canon Research has produced and added to the game predicts where the Thargoids are going to appear with some degree of accuracy. It's not 100%, but it's better than 80%. And so with some confidence, in other words. And it looks like there are some audio clips now being associated with researchers that some of the 200-year-old facilities are now long abandoned. And what happened to the scientists is unknown. But one of the stations that was mentioned in one of the articles is someplace I'm going to just check on and see how far away it is right now, because it could be very important. Deneb El-Gedi, and Platter was there today as well. I'm just getting a coordinate fix on it. Deneb El-Gedi, D-E-N-E-B El-Gedi. That should be correct. El-Gedi. Oh, no H. How counterintuitive of them.
Super Cruise.
El-Gedi, go. Here we are. It's a star 147 light years from my current position. We have to leave here right away because the community goal has moved and is over now. So I can head back towards where I was making shitloads of money, and still inclined to make shitloads more of money.
Request dock.
So that's what we're doing.
I might have found me an interesting place to run basic medicines for a while.
How did you find it?
Inside the same system, 137 light seconds apart.
Oh, that's not bad.
At 1.8 million per run? Yeah, I think I'll do it.
That's not too bad at all. Oh my god, the Deneb El-Gedi system is right next door, practically next door to where the Thargoids have attacked LP-581-36. The latest space station casualty they've attacked. I may need the Python for this. In which case, we will want to fly over to get our Python. And where the hell did that go? My freaking Python has gone missing. Wait. There's Mu Koji. No. several missions near Mukoji I also have to do. Shit. Mukoji and Kanuvi. Yeah, actually, we're going to leave the freighter here. I'm going to cancel out of this, and we're going to do the... yeah, I'm going to run back. I'm going to claim the 7 million. I'm going to run back up to get my Diamondback Explorer. And then we will run the Diamondback Explorer over to get my Python, and then we'll run the Python into the Deneb El Getty system for an impromptu investigation. You may want to be around for this because it's actually kind of interesting. It's probably not that far away. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know what it... Why the hell do you have to be off in the corner like that anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're way the fuck off in the corner. Oh wait, no you're not. Hang on, you're by Mukoji as well. Yeah, you're right close to Mukoji.
Okay.
So you're not that far. Where are you near Cubeo right now?
I'm in that neighborhood. I'm not sure how far away I am. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Something sketchy's going on here.
I'm 40 light years from Cubeo.
Well, you must be a... yeah, okay, I don't know. I put a marker there. You're right near a marker. And I put this marker in Okwagsa.
There's 2 stations in the system that sell basic medicines, and there's 1 station in the system that is having a outbreak.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
might just have to save this system for future reference. Easy money.
Well, yeah, but they don't stay that way indefinitely. You have to...
No, but if it's 2 days worth, I can pull 20 million pretty easily.
According to this, Mukoji is still, at 5,264 credits, is still the most lucrative place in the galaxy right now for trade. You're right.
How much are you making?
2.6 million per run.
For basic meds?
Yeah, in exchange for titanium, which you make 600,000 on totally.
Oh, you're doing a round trip.
Yeah. But it's only 2 jumps, and it takes 2 seconds to jump between the systems, and then it's only like, 200 light seconds from the star to where the bases are. So it's fairly quick. It goes quickly. And now my reputation is such that I'm getting some of the better missions out of these 2 starports. So that didn't take more than a day.
If you wanted to pull a good reputation, you should have been with me a couple nights ago for about the 2-3 nights that I sat there running around here, because I'm like allied with...
You only need 1.
Every system within about 10 to 15 light years of Cubeo.
Yeah, you only need 1 night in a system to really turn it around, and just through trading alone. You get more if you would actually take any of your attack missions or any of their delivery bullshit, and you get pumped up even faster. So I was able to establish good rep in both of these systems in under a day. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and get our money, because I get 7 million credits right now for finishing the community goal at better than 50%, better than half the other commanders that participated. So I get top 50% award, 7.4 million credits. Cha-ching.
That ain't bad.
That isn't bad at all.
What are we doing for the community goal?
taking robotics from one system to the other. They were less than 20 light years apart.
Nice. So just basically all freight.
Yeah, just hauled freight. I only did it 4 or 5 times, and I had, because I have such large cargo capacity, the amount I was able to haul in there was quite large, much larger than I've ever had before. I actually collected a grand total of 1,859 tons of materials, which put me in the top 50% of all commanders participating. And many of these commanders that do these things, they're junior commanders, right? They're happy to be in the top 100%, which gives them an automatic bonus of 600,000 credits. And when you're earlier in your game life, 600,000 credits is a lot of money. You know, it's a huge amount to upgrade a Cobra Mark III with 600,000 credits. But you and I are now at the stage where we need millions and millions of credits. So unless you and I want to gang up and go to, you know, Colonia or something, we're almost stuck for shit.
Right now, my driving goal is to get money built up and get the reputation so that I can get Duke, so I can buy me an Imperial cutter. I want the cutter because I can haul damn near 700 tons of cargo in that thing.
How close are you to elite in exploration?
In exploration, give me a minute. I just clipped another ship in the damn...
Yeah, well anyways, I'm at 90% in trade for entrepreneur.
Rank, I am Tycoon at 7%.
Yeah, so
rank, I'm Pathfinder at 9%.
I'm entering the Tycoon stage now, so I'm 9% behind you.
I'm 14% Marquis. So I've got 86% to go, and I'll have Duke. But that would take me roughly one solid day, or maybe 2 evenings, just running missions around this area to build that rank up.
I'm with
right now, I'm just more or less money.
Yeah. With the Federation, I'm allied, 98%, and now 20% lieutenant. Empire, I'm at rank Master, Reputation Allied. So my next rank is at Esquire. So I will be Esquire with the Empire and Lieutenant in the Federation. So I'm behind you on the Imperial rank, but not the Federation rank. I outrank you, I think.
I think just for amusement, what I might do is once I've got a cutter, I might just build up the money to buy an Anaconda.
Well, I'm already working on that. That's my next main purchase. Like, I've upgraded the freighter as much as I can. So the next step is going to be the Anaconda. So
the cutter will replace my Type 10. 'Cause really, I don't think I need to keep the Type 10.
Maybe not. I need to keep the Type 9 because it has just gigantic amounts of cargo it can carry. So
yeah.
I'm gonna keep all my ships, but that means I have to make at least another 75 to anywhere from 75 to 100 million credits above what I currently have, which is about to be 40 million again. But with this time now, I'm a fully upgraded
I'm just shy of 114 million right now, so I got about 200 million more to go.
Yeah. Okay, Starport Services at Kenai Enterprise. So this is for the Empire. We will take the mission board, and we will take the standby message. Oh, good. Wasn't very long lasting. Okay, we have a winner. The Rekohu Project, Kenai Enterprise, 1859, top 50%. You have won 7.4 million credits plus global awards, whatever those are.
You'll have to let me know what the global awards are. I'm kind of curious. Always been curious what they are.
I don't know, but they added up to 2.3 million. I just
Global awards?
Yeah, I just got 42,366,515 credits. Just much higher than I thought I was going to get. Okay, the next community goal is the Vidimo Patrons of Law Appeals for Commodities. This is the party, the big imperial party that is it Aisling who's throwing it, or someone? I don't know what the hell's going on. The Vidimo Patrons of Law, an imperial organization based in the Vidino system, has announced to host an elaborate soiree in the system. Spokesperson organized elaborate nature of the event. Let's be honest, things aren't great at the moment, so we've got aggressive aliens on the doorstep, and no one seems entirely sure what to do about it. So we thought, why not throw a big party? Typical Empire. Rome is burning, but let's play our violins.
Have you looked at the Galactic Power standings today?
No.
They really got rearranged.
Let's have a look at that.
Leon Rui was in 11th place. He's now 7th.
Holy shit! So he's climbed the ladder.
Aisling Duval. I think she was 4th last week. She's now in 5th. So I mean, it really shuffled him around. Leon Yui usually jumps around a lot. It all depends on who's trying to go after his missiles and when.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true. But let's have a look at the galactic powers. Okay, so Petraeus. Oh, that's who one of my other friends I talked to online, the British guy. Oh no, Real Slow was in with Denton Petraeus, and he's got the little exclamation point marker. Are we at war? No, he's.
I see an exclamation.
He's in turmoil.
Why does he got an exclamation on it?
He's running a command credit deficit. After paying to control system upkeep, Denton Petraeus is now running a CC deficit. There's no capital available for system preparation this cycle. The two most expensive control systems have not been allocated upkeep due to a CC deficit. At the end of the last cycle, these systems have fallen into turmoil. Should a CC deficit remain at the end of the cycle, systems in turmoil...
Hold on, I gotta go see what my wife's yelling about.
Perfect.
Yeah. What do you want?
God, look at this.
Oncoming traffic, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Control zone now.
4, 3, 2. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't know. Replacing that problem is not yet. Trying to get everyone in the house trained to garbage taken care of, keeping food put away, keeping cabinet doors closed. Okay.
What the hell was that about?
Okay, I'm back.
What the hell was that about?
My wife wanted to talk to me about my daughter. My daughter has like severe acid reflux, so we have to be careful with her diet.
Yes.
And she was wondering what I thought about. My wife's gonna make some chicken with some kind of sauce and stuff on it. She put a little bit of garlic and pepper in there. She's wondering if she should keep the last piece of chicken. Don't put any seasonings on it. It's like, yeah, for my daughter, it'd probably be the best bet since it's been flaring up, causing her problems the last week or so.
That's strange. I wonder what could be causing that kind of reflux.
She's had it since she was an infant.
But still, it's unusual.
It just
Could be IBS. It'll,
not some really good medications.
yeah. Well, you're lucky to have insurance. I'm sure you have insurance from your employer.
Actually, the insurance is through my wife, but yeah, we got health insurance, so it helps, but it's still a lot of money in the long run that we still have to pay for co-pays and stuff.
Yeah, what the Canadian government is doing right now is we're looking at creating a pharmacare system for that's like our Medicare, which is ubiquitous, right? Like if you ever suffer a broken leg, or if you're in a car accident and there's an emergency, no one asks you, who's paying. That doesn't come up. In American stories that I've heard over the years, that's been a little different. The hospital will ask you who's paying for their care, and you have to come up with some sort of reasonable answer. They turf you out right in the street as soon as it's legally allowed for them to do so.
If you go to an emergency room, if it's the only emergency room in the town, they have to take you.
Okay. How many hospitals are there in?
Anything elective, basically, they can dictate. What I don't like is all of a sudden now they decided that, like the clinic here in town has decided that they're going to start charging copay for everyone, even though my insurance plan does not require me to pay a copay. So the insurance or the medical system or the clinic here, hospital, the whole damn system's tied together here.
Yeah.
And they think that they're gonna just basically tell you you have to pay a copay. It's like fucking idiots. I haven't done that in how many years?
Yeah, I know. The American Medicare system is in a state of, I don't know.
Are you referring to Medicare or insurance? Because Medicare is completely different system here.
Well, here it's all tied together. You know, like Medicare is you're cared for if you poison yourself, if you have any kind of clinical disease like hepatitis or something that requires months of hospitalization, you will get all of your drugs, and your hospital stay will be paid for. The basics are paid for. The stuff that's not paid for is things like television. You want a separate room for yourself. You have to pay extra for those kinds of things. But the basic, care for medical patients, like if you're in a 4-bed patient ward with a nursing station being monitored, you don't pay for that at all. Period.
From what I understand, the Canadian medical system, pretty much, if it's an elective type treatment, then you pay out of your own pocket for the most part, and you're on a waiting list.
Well, you can. A lot of Canadians. This is one of the reasons the Canadian people want the Americans to adopt Medicare, because it will level the playing field across the entire continent. Basically, doctors in the United States, in Canada, will be making a sane amount of money. They will not be allowed to profiteer off the suffering of other people. And there will be none of this cross-border business with people going and getting elective surgeries in the United States, because the American system will very quickly realize that, then we're going to just look after our own people. Your own medical insurance will look after your own populace, which is how it should be working, right? Canadian patients should not be displacing Americans that are in need, and that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, I would be all for, honestly and personally, if we did away with the current medical system and just paid. Right now, I think for like federal income tax, the average person pays about 13%, regardless of what your income is. When it boils down to 13%.
Yeah, Canada, we're upwards. Our income tax.
If they raise that up to say 20%, and then pay for the medical system and everything, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, with all the services that Canadians expect from our government, the tax rate, depending on which, it varies slightly from province to province, because provincial sales tax and provincial taxes get incorporated into federal income tax.
We have city, county, state.
I know, but in this country though, it's all handled by the province, right? Like your municipal taxes are all handled by the province, just how it works. So it ends up being that the province and the federal government will tax you at the same time, and the combined total between the two, it's about 20-20 each, right? So it's 20% for roads, schools, and hospitals, which are provincial. And it's another 20 for federal taxes, defense, foreign affairs, these kinds of things. Most of it's defense. But you do get ubiquitous medical care throughout Canada. It is transferable between provinces. The only problem is if you get injured visiting another province in Canada, you have to do what's called a remote billing. So if I'm an Albertan and I get injured in Manitoba, and I need medical care in Manitoba, the Manitoba government will go to Alberta and say, look, we've looked after your citizen, can you please pay us? And there's transfer payments between the provinces that help balance that out. And I think a similar system could work very effectively in the States. I don't see why it would be so complicated. I mean, basically you have patients from state to state. They cross state lines all the time. Your states are much smaller geographically than Canadian provinces. So, I mean, of course you're going to have cross-border payments. But Indiana could pay South Dakota for your care if you get injured visiting in Indiana. Why not?
Yeah.
Unless you move to Indiana and have been there for 3 months demonstrably, you're not a citizen of Indiana. You're a citizen of South Dakota.
Yeah, I think right now, federal income tax, I have to pay that. There's no South Dakota income tax.
Yeah, Alberta and Canada doesn't. Alberta and Canada. This is where it varies. Alberta and Canada doesn't offer income tax. For years, Alberta didn't need income tax either because it was making all kinds of money off of oil, the tar sands.
Yeah, we don't have a state income tax, mostly because of most of the like video lottery in the state of South Dakota is all state funded, or state the state deals with it. So basically, any video lottery profits goes to the state. That's one of the things that basically saves us from having an income tax.
Oh, good.
But we still have sales tax at the city, the colony, and the state city and county.
Yeah.
And then I have to pay property taxes on my house.
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
So I mean, they did give them enough taxes that if you sat down and figured it all out, I'm sure it's a lot higher than.
Well, in the United States and Canada, I think you'll find that your total tax is somewhere around the 35% mark between federal and state. In Canada, it's slightly higher. We pay about 40 to 45, depending on which province you're in. Again, Alberta, you get by with 20 because there's only federal tax in Alberta. There's no provincial sales tax or provincial taxes at all. That could change as oil is phased out and as fusion reactors or alternative energy comes online. Alberta will be forced back into the taxation market. But you know, it was a fun ride while lasted.
It will not dry up until the oil wells dry up.
No, I know. The oil is not. No, the oil's not going anywhere. You'll still buy oil. I mean, the United States buys most of our oil in Canada.
You want to hear something amusing? The United States actually, we import probably the most oil in the whole world.
Yeah.
But we also export the most refined goods and oil products.
Yeah, all the refineries. Yeah, because the Gulf states hold the refinery infrastructure. Yeah, I was aware of that.
Yep, it's kind of amusing. Now
see, Canada gets the best. Canada gets the best of both worlds because for us to ship through a pipeline to the Gulf states for refinement and then bring it back to Canada, we pay the cheapest of any country on earth for that service with the United States.
Yep.
We do. So we make the most off of our.
A number of years ago, they actually built a pipeline that it's less than 20 miles away from the town I live in. I mean, I drove. This was back in like 2014.
Yeah.
Something like that. About 4 or 5 years ago, and you drive by and you watch them working because they got to go through a lot of the highways and everything else under them and whatnot. But they can't dig up the highways, so they had to do more under them and all that. But the trenches they dug, holy shit, were they huge.
Oh, yeah. You know,
those trenches were nearly 40, 50 feet deep, and
they're pretty disruptive, too. Like, I know that the search for oil in some of the southeastern American states has led to crevices opening up in the earth and stuff. I kind of worry about that with pipelines. You know, where these sinkholes just, like, suddenly appear in, like, someplace like Tennessee. You know, where you've never had earthquakes in the whole of human history. You know, all of a sudden there's now earthquakes in Tennessee and Oklahoma where they've never had earthquakes before. And it's because the ground is settling again after you yanked all the all the resources out from underneath where the ground was.
Actually, there's a lot of places all over the world, not just here, but there's large underground caverns that are basically just
holes,
empty space.
Yeah, just holes.
I know where I live. There's a massive aquifer that runs through the area. So
you know what those places would be great.
You're hitting water.
You know what those places would be great places for? If you need a crisis management facility to house large numbers of people temporarily, you know, like say your city comes under nuclear attack, say North Korea gets one through somehow, you're gonna have millions of refugees, right? Where are you gonna put them all?
Yeah.
So you stick them underground. They're safe from the radiation. You have food stores and non-perishable food stores inside.
I gotta go see what wife's yelling about again.
Okay. Oh shit. Look at this. Ah! I did it. Hello?
Please ensure you follow standard docking procedures
No.
before landing. Access granted. Cleared for landing on
You're
pad
damn
2.
right, you better grant me access, you lazy lump of you know what. Okay. Ooh.
Good news, I have food to eat.
No, it's wonderful. So you gotta go and have dinner or what?
No, I just got my food here. I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. So as I was
Eat at the kitchen table here. So
As I was saying, you can have millions of people move underground with non-perishable foodstuffs, and then you build the infrastructure to hold the ground up underneath these places with these huge holes. I kept trying to think, like, what are you going to use these big, gigantic, gaping caverns for? And there's one under Dulles in Texas. It's just freaking huge. Someone said they were pumping gas in there, or they figured aliens were using it or something. Because aliens are in league with the military.
okay.
I don't know how they're going to explain it if that turns out to be true. But you know what? It'd be a perfect thing to stick Trump with. The military comes to him and just says, "Okay, look, we've been actually engaged in a relationship with this extraterrestrial beings for like 4 decades, and we need you to make the public aware of it."
That would really screw with a lot of religions on this planet.
Oh, I don't think so. Catholics have already addressed it. They've already preempted it, because I think it's probably going to happen in the next little while, because I happen to know, I'm absolutely sure that I wasn't lied to by this one source I had told you about, and they're gonna be forced eventually to come forward with what they know. There's too many new technologies being developed a little too quickly. They could slow it down for a while, but there's some stuff in the pipe that they probably won't be able to explain away as just being, massive breakthroughs in research, and people are going to get suspicious, so they've decided to. Plus, I think the populace, they might figure, is actually ready to hear it. It's one thing in the 1950s to try to describe to a population that barely realizes what a galaxy is, and all of a sudden tell them, "Oh yeah, we've been contacted by aliens." And it's quite another to actually, be 40 years into a relationship with another planet.
So I wonder which aliens will visit us first and actually become public knowledge. The Greys or another species?
Oh, it'll probably be the Greys. The Greys seem... Well, there's...
They seem the most common.
The Greys, we're not clear who they are. They could be an AI. Then you get AIs mixed up in it, right? A more advanced society probably has made the breakthrough into sentient thought, like synthetic sentient beings. So is what some people thought they saw really an alien, or is it an android? Or is it some merger between the two, like biological / synthetic? Yeah, kind of like a creation. And it's not clear exactly who's doing what, but I've heard stories about a really, really advanced culture out there somewhere, and this is from the conspiracy theory, so it's worth probably nothing in terms of actual fact, but If it turns out to be true, these people can do things like make stars disappear and reappear somewhere else. Like, they're really advanced. And apparently the Greys look up to them. So I think there's probably a diverse array of cultures out there, but I think we want someone fairly close to us, like as close as you can be, within 100 or 200 years more advanced than us. I wouldn't want to go too much more than that. Or more precise.
Too much of an advancement difference.
Well, we'd be completely irrelevant. Right. That would be perfectly understandable. And we might not want anything to do with them, because they could actually just, they could kill, hundreds or thousands of human beings with, barely a thought. Just being negligent, an accident or something, like a device on their belt goes off when they didn't intend it to, and suddenly, whoosh, there's a bunch of people missing. How do you deal with that? So you want to keep the interstellar incidences down. Fact of the matter is, you can't go to war with a culture that's more advanced than us. So that's just off the table, right? Outright. We will never start a war.
There's enough people on our planet that are stupid enough to try.
Well, and then they can go it alone, is what we'll say. Yeah, if you want to go take it.
The aliens, hey, these guys are idiots. We know it. We've been dealing with them for millennia. If you want to wipe them out, you're doing us a favor.
Or if you want to teach them.
But you know what?
You might want to say something more like, because you don't want to piss them off either, so you might say something like, if you choose, you can deal with them on your own terms. We're not going to get involved. We'll cross our arms and watch what happens.
They've been giving us a headache for years. We're tired of it. What? No.
But I think there has to be some recognition at some point that we need a spokesperson, an elected representative to represent humanity as a whole. It probably won't happen for... Yeah, right. He would never be elected... He would never ever be elected president of the world. Never.
Hillary Clinton, then.
I'm not even sure she would either. It would likely be someone from another country other than the United States. Who, yes, you would be expected to trust.
But who the hell are we going to trust?
Well, you have to try. Because it's the New World Order.
We trust the Canadians before any other country.
Yeah, but everyone has their own little pet alliance. And what if Putin ends up being president? I mean, it would be kind of entertaining. But I mean, could you conceive of a Russian like Gorbachev being president? I could. Why not? I'm not really...
If aliens became public knowledge, our whole political scene on this planet would change overnight.
It would change quickly. I don't know about overnight. It definitely would change quickly, yes.
Yeah, it would change overnight because all of a sudden now, all of our little squabbling don't mean squat when all of a sudden now it's the universe, not just our planet.
But we know that already. It hasn't changed our disposition one iota. I mean, anyone who's learned about anything, I mean, you play a space game where humanity has already made contact with not one, not two, but 3 alien species. We're at war with one of them. Has it changed human political dynamics substantially? Not really.
Well, this is also a video game where they can do whatever they want.
That's true. It's scripted, so there's limited control. But they're trying to make it so that we do have greater control over what happens. Like Panava Antal in his recent announcement that we're going to lose the war with the Thargoids. I couldn't have picked a better time to leave that guy. Because I think that was about the stupidest thing he could have said.
When did he say this?
Read down that news. He's predicting that humanity will be exterminated shortly.
Well, gotta have faith in your own species.
Well, there's not much else you can do. Of course, I haven't really fought. I'm not at war with the Thargoids yet myself. They haven't attacked me. They've left me alone. They've scanned my ship. I've scanned theirs. They tried shutting my systems down.
I was pulled out of hyperspace, I think twice, and scanned as a...
Yeah, but your systems were shut down, and you had no defenses. I actually do have defenses. I have stopped them from shutting down my systems. I still let them scan me. They don't seem to care.
I got scanned shortly after they made their comeback too, a couple years ago.
No, you just
bothered to go to that part of the country. Or...
No, they're coming to you. They'll be in your neighborhood very soon if they're not already. Well, at the moment it looks like they're gunning for Saul, but well, time will tell. Okay, so. But yeah, you should read Galnet News always after the update. There's important information in there.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet.
Well, you have a week, I guess, but you should read it. I've been reading all kinds of shit about this Formidine conspiracy nonsense, and holy shit, there's like all kinds of crap in the game that I didn't even know existed. It's like it's just sort of opening my eyes for the first time and noticing there's all this backstory that I didn't even know about. And all these other wimpy freaking commanders are out there going, there's nothing to do in Elite. You just get your shit better and better, and that's it. Well, as if that wasn't enough. But on top of that, you've completely ignored the World Wide Web, and where the real backstory is being told is in the subculture. Why? Well, because the corporations aren't going to go on Galnet and tell you what they're up to. You have to do the research. You have to find out.
Part of any game is to look into the lore of the game.
Yeah.
That's usually the fun part about most games to me.
Yeah, like you have to discover.
Either that or the interactions with other people playing the game. Game itself is kind of boring.
Well, like, as if the Sirius Corporation or, the Federation is going to come out and just say, yeah, we've been conspiring for years behind everyone's back, for decades now, behind everyone's back, to start a war with the Thargoids using a mycoid strain pathogen that they can't fight, that their immune system can't fight off. Oh, really? How did you find that out? Oh, we captured a few of them and tortured them, and then we killed them. Oh, okay. Like, they're not going to go on Galnet and say such things. So you have to do the research, and you have to take your ship, and you have to go out there and have a look, which is what I'm trying to do right now.
Starport status update. Act on dock. Yeah, well. Vadimo, Patrons of Law.
Yeah, those are just the community goals. There's another article in there further down about Panev and Tal.
Okay, yep, that's the next one down. Utopia plans for humanity's extinction.
Yeah. So he's saying, yeah, there's a good chance we're going to get wiped out, and we want to have this library, this archive around to survive humanity. Well, what good is it to us if the archive isn't there for other alien successors to come along and find thousands of centuries from now? It's for us in the here and the now. If it survives our extinction, well, that's nice, but it doesn't really help us very much. So what the fuck is he talking about? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
The timeline says no temporal source. Please be unable to find Pilgrim.
No, I want the option. Without wasting time to worry about targeting any one of you at any point in time.
Okay, I have the diamond back. We have 11 limpets of 16 total we can carry, but that will be good enough.
That's kind of amusing.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid, I think. Oh shit, I only have 1 hour and 48 minutes to finish all these freaking missions. So I guess I'm going to have to do that first.
I try to make a point of having all the missions finished by the time I go to bed, because I don't want to all of a sudden go 3 days without playing and come back, ah, damn it. I just got 100 million in fines and bounties.
It will never be.
It actually happened to me a while back where I had about like 8 million worth of fines and bounties and shit because I had about 20 missions logged.
And you logged off.
I thought I'd be on the next day. Well, it ended up being like 2-3 days before I got back on.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Okay. So here's what we'll do. We'll go to these stations one by one. Well, actually, 2 of them are at one station. So I've got to go to 2 locations. Then I'm off to get the Python. And then I'll be able to go to this mega ship and see what the hell's going on.
Dock on a mega ship and
no, there's no dock on this mega ship.
Landing gear retracted.
That's the one for the whatchamacallums?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to. We have about 3 different things on my mind right now. I'm not sure what the hell I'm talking about.
I can't hear you over the roar of the Diamondback's engine, so.
Don't worry.
Medium security hostile power, the Nauraviri system. Oh, wait a minute. This thing jumps 50 light years. I'm going directly to the star that I have to go to. There's no intermediary.
I might want to bring a fuel scoop along just in case you need it.
I don't need no stinking fuel scoop. I got a tank on this one that will last damn near forever. We report. Okay. And now we're going to be sitting here going to We Report. It's 7,000 light seconds away. So yeah, Obsidian Ant was talking about atmospheric planets again today. It's the second post in as many days about this subject. And that thread got picked up by numerous, and I stress this, numerous other commanders, and also now talking about atmospheric planets being rolled in on a gradual basis, starting with the next update. So looks like we're going to get atmospheres, and in the atmosphere planets will start to appear in the game, starting with the next update and those following later on in the year. With the expected finish date to be first Q1 of 2019, when you'll be able to land on Earth and see like a Google Earth type of rendering of Earth's surface. Oh, I also had to disagree with Obsidian Ant. I commented on his YouTube post about this said video that he posted today, and you'll see a comment there by Commander Trium that says maybe it's because he's not a software developer, but he says at one point during his presentation that this atmosphere engine called what's it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's like the shit. What the hell? simulated universe engine or something like that. Its basic purpose of this special third-party software package is to create atmospheres as they would look given data provided by the user. Well, that data is already available to us for almost every single star system and every single planet that has an atmosphere already with Elite's default data sets about planets. So he was saying, but he understands that it could take time for Frontier development to integrate that technology into the game because they're two very different pieces of software. And I kind of raised an objection. I said, no, not really. Actually, integration methodology is a pretty common theme in software development. And you have several different choices. You could build a library. You could do a remote web service could actually broker the necessary data and cause the server software to render the required imagery for the planet that you're flying past. There are many different ways to approach that kind of a problem. And I said, as a software developer myself, as a systems developer, I've done that many times in my career. So I didn't hear back from Obsidian directly, but a number of other people chimed in their agreement over the course of the day.
Well, those of us that aren't overly computer savvy,
yeah,
I'd have to put myself in that list.
Well, I mean,
Computer, that's about it.
it's really not very complicated. You take a piece of software, you have two choices. You can look at the source code or you can use the third-party product as is. And this particular third-party product also happens to be open source. So you can download it for free online. You can make up your own planets however you want. And for Frontier to simply take that with due credit to the authors and put it in Elite doesn't seem like a giant leap. In fact, a lot of companies normally do that. The only caveat I said was I don't know if that will work necessarily the same way on the PS2 or on the Xbox platforms because of their licensing constraints. But I'm pretty sure it'll work on the Mac. And I'm also pretty sure it's going to work fine on the PC, and I just entered the base by mistake. Withdrawing. Forgot to request clearance to land. Clear the ports.
Where do you think you're going? Give me that. Inside.
Yes, we've been doing that. I made 5 down less than a thing.
Come on.
No, I don't get that.
Think of it as a thing.
I'm not sure my future criminal partner.
Starport infractions cleared. Docking request has been logged. Request is approved. Oh, I don't have a docking computer on this fucking craft. Forgot about that. I have to do this manually.
Docking computer is the most important module on any ship I own.
No, I can land almost all of my ships with a docking computer. In fact, I had to recently even dock the Type 9 without a docking computer because it was knocked offline in combat.
Yeah, I can do it too, but it just, I'd rather use the docking computer.
How would you?
Stand by. And we're down. For the love of Christ. Mission board, please. Now. 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 Data delivery 1. That bought me some influence.
Request dock.
And we'll do that again, because it's just so much fun having all this influence within the Empire. Yep, I'm allied with the Empire again. 98%. Oh, and I've actually finished rank Master. I'm now qualified to advance to Esquire.
Nice.
Commander Trium, Esquire. Never saw that watch commercial, Esquire? Where the people say their name and then they go, Esquire. Alright then. We have one mission left. It is in this star system here. One jump. What a surprise. Imperial Enforcement Division, originally founded by a mixed group of pilots, traders, explorers, and bounty hunters, they banded together under the Imperial banner to fight against the scourge of pirates at the Battle of Chai-Lin. After a great victory, pilots from around the galaxy heard of the actions of the brave few and asked to join. This is in the Kai-Sirazi system. At this point, the division was formed with the aim of protecting Imperial citizens and interests, but they have been known to pursue other goals. Doesn't say what those are, of course. Exit. Launch the craft. Commander Trium, Esquire. Ooh, it's Green Elk. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss name. It's Green Elk. Welk, welk, welk. Green Elk. Okay then, jumping. Kai-Sirazi.
Control zone now exceeded. We hope you have a safe and fruitful journey.
You were ready to kill me 10 minutes ago. Now you're wishing me a safe and fruitful journey. I am a citizen of the Empire. You can't shoot me. Sap. Alright, you can shoot me, but you can't take off my other arm. Zap. I'm still standing. We are looking for Seki Orbital back. It's actually further back in the system. Head for Seki Orbital, please. Locked into the navigation computer and 4,000 light seconds. Off we go.
Thank you. Okay. I know I make a gorgeous baby, but I just want you to get your hands full with it.
I assure you, it's not the first time taking your life in my house.
I'm now friendly in this with this faction.
Would you want that? Beautiful.
It's time to shoot the dog.
Be right back.
assist off. Flight assist on.
Approval granted. Please continue to bay 19er.
throttle's a little too easy to screw up. Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
That's what I just said.
300 meters from touchdown.
Okay, and now we will sell our information. Sell it. Sell it all. Whoa. Ha! You're lying. What do we got here? We have some other modification here. Oh dear God. For the love of Christ. Back. We need the mission board. Mission! Hurry the hell up. We'll take the influence. And now we'll do the outfitting of our little vessel.
Still here?
Is everything all right there?
Yeah. One of my kids came home, so made sure he got some food. Took my dirty dishes back out the kitchen.
I see. Well, actually, I've got to log off right away almost. I have some things I have to do. Well, I might not have to log off, actually. Hang on a second. Fuel internal. Shield generator. I want the distributor module. Where is it? For internal distributors. There we go. Modifications. It is stripped down. And the charge enhanced power distributor for weapon recharge. Except I can have better shields if I want. Instead of better weapons. God all freaking mighty. Come on. Move the interface a little faster, please. Shielded power distributor. So this one's different than the one I'm using on this craft. Back. Surface scanners, long range scanner. Yes, we can finish this one off. Generate the modification. Generate it again. And again. And again and again. We don't have any electrochemical rays. That's now stopping us. What about fragment cannons? Lightweight mount frag cannon is fully upgraded. Back.
Now your weapon closest to you die.
Increased FSD range is already at class 5. Collection limpets. Already at class 4, which is the maximum. The rest have to be done at an engineering facility instead of here. And now, why the hell is it doing that? Okay.
You're in it?
That's you. Yeah. Was a cut past the edge, fine. Start from what I aim. I mean, what I do.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute or two. Oh God. Okay. Oh, here we are. Did you know there was a wine for sale here in Ottawa? It was at the at our liquor commission, provincial liquor commission auction house. It was dated 1823. Napoleon Bonaparte could have had a glass of this stuff the year the year of its vintage. 1823.
Really?
I don't know how much it went for, but no doubt it went for a pretty penny. How'd you like a glass of that?
Probably tastes rotten.
Well, certainly fermented. Napoleon Bonaparte's dry reserve. Very dry.
It might be 200 proof.
Yeah, it'll get you fucked up, I guess. Oh, hang on. My video cord's acting up again. Hang on. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, man. What the hell? Oh, man. Hang on. I've got to log back out and back in again.
Say what?
I said I have to log out and back in again.
Okay.
Okay, folks, so rejoining a previously discontinued session due to a VR headset malfunction. It only occurs with Elite Dangerous, so I'm growing increasingly suspicious there's something wrong with Elite Dangerous's implementation of the VR. But no doubt, Facebook's got something to do with it too. that's the Type 9 Heavy. We want to go elsewhere. Python. It's down here. LTT 11485. That would be the start system. Okay, laying a course. What's going on? Why do I always have to page you with voice in order to get you to join the wing?
Because I'm probably not looking at the computer screen.
It's a big magenta blue icon. How could you not see it?
Because I am looking 90 degrees from the computer screen, watching the TV show that my wife's watching.
Okay. We're moving on to our next destination where, strangely, Nate Dogs is in the system where my Python is being kept. Or he's very close to it, not in the exact same system, but pretty darn close. Ah, you bitch! Well, you didn't watch television. What's so interesting on television?
I don't know, some weird superhero movie TV show she's watching.
Oh yeah, the new Marvel movie is out as of today. Guardians of the Galaxy merge with the Avengers, yeah. And they get to.
I have yet to see either of Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
You should. They're quite entertaining.
Say what?
You should. They're quite entertaining.
Now included. Trouble Station Commander.
Yeah, I want to see them, but I'm too cheap to go buy the damn movies. I can't find them on Netflix, so.
Just download them, or I'll upload them to you. Actually, you know what? I'll put them on my SharePoint site, then you can download them that way. I have to give you a login, though. I'll email you an ID and a password.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Hello? Hello?
Frameshift drive charging.
Hello? What's going on?
Fuck.
all over my desk. Yeah, it's not really.
Frameshift drive charging.
You piece of shit.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, that fucking sucked.
What happened?
Spilled my glass of vodka and whatever all over my damn desk.
That's why, yeah, I kind of try to avoid drinking heavy liquor in front of my computer. My father, when I was growing up, he never used to allow me to eat or drink food around the computer because this would inevitably lead to shit getting stuck in the keyboard. And then you'd have to buy a new keyboard. So I've been properly disciplined.
Oh, I know better, but I still do it.
Frameshift drive
But I
charging.
see it this way. Most of the stuff that's easily damaged by fluids is basically the keyboard, maybe my speakers.
Oh yeah, I mean your computer will be fine.
I think I've got at least three sets of speakers sitting around here, and I'm not even using speakers, I'm using my headset. I've got at least 4 spare keyboards floating around the house, so
Well, I think I know where your money problems are coming from. You have too much excess surplus computer equipment.
a lot of my excess computer equipment was given to me.
Yeah, but keyboards are useful everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone should. I only have enough keyboards for me, like the computers I'm using. I'm constantly short of keyboards because they either get damaged or something happens to them
Frameshift drive
where they stop working, and I end up having to buy another one.
This is the keyboard that came with this computer when it was brand new from the factory.
Yeah, but I've upgraded my computer so many bloody times now, it's not going to work. The keyboard is like 10 years old.
Yeah.
The chassis is 10 years old. Everything else in that box is like, you know, brand new. Almost brand new. Less than 2 years old at any rate.
Most of the system is about 5 or 6 years old that I've got.
Okay, and we're at the Canubi system, which was 200 light years away initially.
charging.
Not 200 light years away anymore. Now it's only 17.6 light years away.
You're getting closer.
Well, like I said, those 50 light year hops cut down tremendously on distance. The time it takes to cross the cosmos is like cut, you know, by a factor of 8.
Yep.
Oh, fuck off, helmet! Jesus Christ, this cable is acting up badly tonight. I've already had to reset the computer once. Oh, shit! You know what it is, too? It's fucking Frontier. I had to, like, as soon as I reset the software, the Oculus interface comes back up normally. So it's not Oculus, it's fucking up. It's something to do with the wire. And the wire's not being fed properly through all the various orifices it needs to be fed through, or some fucking thing.
Probably.
And fucking Frontier's Elite is fucking it up. Or too much data's going through, or some fucking thing. Hang on, I'm gonna shut down here.
I'll be here.
Yeah.